What's going on, guys? It's Ben Wilson with Forge Gent, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to make cold brew coffee and siphon coffee. Stay tuned. Okay, first up, guys, I'm going to show you how to make cold brew coffee. Very simple, straightforward process. Basically all you do is add the coffee grinds, add water, mix it around, throw it in the fridge, wait 24 hours, take it out, and you're ready to go. So I'll show you how to get prepped and ready for that. Okay, so for the cold brew coffee, what I do is I have some coffee grinds here. They're about consistency here. It's coarse. That's what you want for the cold brew. And I have this recipe makes let me see. So there's 40 ounces of water that need to go in here, and this is about 16 tablespoons worth of coarse ground coffee. So what you want to do is add the coffee to the core, this core here. And then next you want to add the water. You want to add the water slowly. Just move it around a little bit. Now I'm going to add the rest. Next, I want to take a spoon and kind of stir it up a little bit, making sure all the grounds are saturated evenly. All right, it's done. Now I'm going to add the top. And that's it. So, like I said, I'm gonna let this sit in the fridge for 24 hours and then I'll be ready tomorrow. So the important thing to remember with this is once I take it out of the fridge tomorrow, I'm gonna remove the core with the grounds, and then I'm gonna give it another stir to kind of mix up some of the oils and everything else that's present. And then it's gonna be ready to drink. But this is coffee concentrate. So you want to use about half as much as you want to drink. So if you're drinking like an 8-ounce cup, add 4 ounces of this coffee concentrate to it, and then add another 4 ounces of water to it. But that's it. It's super easy, straightforward. Next, I'm going to show you how to make siphon coffee. This method has been around since the 1830s. It looks a little over the top. So it's definitely something you want to bust out if you have guests over. There are a couple different elements here. Basically, you want to add water to the bottom portion. You add your heating element, and as the water begins to boil, the steam will help push it up into this area here, this chamber. You're going to add your coffee to that, mix it around, and then you'll take the heating element away from the bulb, and then that's going to create some negative pressure, which will pull the coffee back down into this area. So, enough of me running my mouth. Let's get into making some coffee. All right, first we're gonna start off with 28 grams of coffee. There you go, 28 grams. Add that to our coffee grinder. So the grind size that we're looking for is, it's going to be more on the finer side. So if 1 is what you would use for espresso, and I'd say a 2.5 would represent medium, you kind of want to be in between the two, a little closer to the espresso side. So I'm going to shoot for right there. which is right below the 2, if you can see it. Now next, we want to add some water, some warm water to this bowl. And for this recipe, we're using 400 grams of water. And the reason that you want to add warm water in is because you want to minimize the time it takes to heat the water to get it up into the second receptacle. So there's some water that I heated up over here. Okay, so next I'm gonna light the heating element here. Add the bulb to it, the water. Next, I'm going to take the filter. This is a cloth filter that comes with the Siphon coffee maker. What you do is, there's a little chain and a spring, and you clip it to the bottom here to get it secure. Put in the upper chamber. And then wait for the water to rise. So in terms of taste with coffee made out of with the Siphon method, you're gonna get a more refined, smooth, crisp tasting cup of coffee. And the difference between this one and utilizing the Chemex is the Chemex is gonna filter out a lot of the oils that are present in the coffee because of the paper. Now this has a cloth filter, and that will allow the oils to get into your coffee and infuse in your coffee. So now it'll just add that much more complexity to the taste. So once the water rises to the top, we're going to check the temperature. The temperature we're looking for is right around 194 degrees Fahrenheit. And then once it reaches that temperature, we'll add the coffee to that and then stir. We're looking at a total time for extraction to be 45 seconds. So what we'll do is we're going to add the coffee to the upper chamber. We'll stir it a couple times. And then once we reach the 45-second mark, we're going to give it a couple more stirs, 6 to 10 stirs, and then we're going to remove the heating source. And that's going to cause a change in pressure, and it'll pull the water from the top chamber down into the lower chamber. Okay, the water is right about where we want it. Now I'm going to add the coffee to it. Stir it gently, about 10 times. Start the timer. Remove the heat source. Give it a couple more spins to create a vortex. Okay, it's exactly how you want it to look when you're done. See this little mound here? That's how you want your coffee to look when you're done, your grounds to look when you're done. Okay, next up, we're gonna remove the top portion. Just do that by wiggling it back and forth, side to side. I'm gonna let that cool for about 5 minutes before I drink it. So this method is a little complicated. I'd say it's about the same complexity as making coffee in the Chemex. slightly different methods, but it's just about as complicated. Depending on how long the beans are in contact with the water, the temperature of the water, all that can influence the taste. If you leave your beans in there a little bit too long, like I did a couple times preparing for this video, your coffee is going to come out kind of bitter. So you're going to have to kind of try to play around and figure out what exactly are the correct times and temperatures you need to make that cup of coffee taste great. Well, that's all I got, guys. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comments on what you saw today, please feel free to leave them down below. And until next time, be safe and take it easy.